podcast. So we're hitting you guys with another episode, but it's only us four today. It's me, Diana, Vanessa, Emily, and Daisy today.
Vivian's in Oklahoma. Yonder.
Yes. Vivian's in Yonder of Oklahoma. She is missed, but business calls.
We have Frenchie.
Frenchie is taking Vivian.
What's his Instagram? Frenchie underscore.
The French fry.
Yeah.
Although he always makes a little appearance in all our videos.
Oh,
yeah, you'll see him.
If you guys see Frenchie in the next video or hear his little footsteps, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Let us know that you hear him.
Tell
That he's
us
appreciated.
your dog's name.
He just wants to be appreciated.
Okay, so to get started, today's topic is toxicity.
Yes.
Yeah, so the reason why I chose this topic was because for a while I was thinking I was toxic because an ex would say I was, or you know, he just said I was, oh, you're crazy or something. But I really didn't think I was. I thought everything I was doing was justified. And I
broke the news to you yesterday.
You broke the news to me yesterday. What was it?
I was like, Daisy, I'm sorry. You're normal. I was like, oh, you are good.
So I started thinking about it and I realized I think he was toxic, or maybe the relationship was toxic.
All guys usually are toxic. Nah, but I mean,
Low key though.
Yeah. If they're not,
they make you feel
exactly.
like
it's
like they project it onto you.
Yeah.
Right.
They think we're crazy when in reality it's like, you made us this way.
Exactly. I
Right.
agree.
If you were just the man I wanted, the perfect man, I wouldn't be this crazy.
I think that's the stereotype that when people hear the word toxic, they assume they're like, oh, it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Girls are so toxic.
Right.
Because
So
Britney Spears, maybe.
okay, honestly, when I think most people nowadays on mainstream think toxic, well, first off, they think girl, and they think, they start arguments, or, you know, like, that's just what they think of. I think there's a lot more into what toxic is. So I don't know, what does toxic really mean?
Should we look it up on Urban?
Yes.
Okay, Emma, you tell us what your definition is, and I will look it up.
Okay, my definition of toxic is someone, or no, because I'm not describing a person, but toxic is bad for you. When you think of toxic, you think of not good, not wanted, unhealthy, poison. I can't have this. Everything bad.
Right.
Okay. So Urban Dictionary says an adjective used to describe usually very negative person that bitch about everything, spread unnecessary hate, or just talk shit about others. You can meet these people in any online. I mean, okay, this is about fucking video games, but
Oh, sometimes you have to
Also,
know.
like,
yeah. But I mean, I feel like the first part is.
Wait, why does it say the name Emily on there?
Why does it have Emily's ass in the
Why is there a picture of Emily in there? Is that her senior portrait?
I mean, I've been told I can be a little toxic, but I don't believe it.
No.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I mean,
girl.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head. What story or memory comes to you thinking, dang, maybe I am a little toxic or crazy?
What is the most toxic thing you think you've ever done?
This week? Or like
I'm telling you, like, gun to your head, just on the spot.
Overall?
She said
Overall.
this week.
Probably-
I can't stand you, bitch.
Probably in my last relationship, he told me he was gonna go to a bar with his friends, you know, and I followed him.
Oh.
Why?
Did you use your
And-
car?
I used my car. I took a friend with me.
Did he
No
know what
names.
your car looked like?
No names.
He knew what your car looked like.
He knew what my car looked like, but he didn't know what my friend looked like. So we put on some sunglasses and a hoodie, and we followed him.
Were you having trust issues? Like, what made you even doubt him?
That's the thing. When people don't understand when someone becomes toxic or is toxic, there's gonna be reason behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I don't know. Some people, I think, maybe just have that baggage already with them.
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, but
Like from a past relationship?
I was happy before. Like I'm
y'all.
actually someone that I trust easy. I never really had trust issues before. I trust too easy actually. So I think that's something that people, they have to go through something kind of traumatizing or trust issues, and that's how they start with their toxic traits. But yeah, I didn't trust the guy, and I was right. But
Vanessa, have you ever done anything toxic? I mean, you've been in a relationship for a while.
Yeah, I've been in a relationship for a long time, and although it's great now, I don't think it always has been. And I know for a fact there has been times where I'm like, wow, this is not me, like I'm crazy, like I'm just like acting off of emotion rather than like now where I try to really think everything out. And I know like high school Vanessa was pretty territorial. I feel like
You still kind of are.
I still am in
Over
the
us.
sense with like friends, yeah. Like so I know I was never really a jealous person, but then there would be times where I was, and maybe there were reasonings behind it, but I know one time but it kind of like ties into like me fetting in a sense. So it's more so like me digging to find what I want, and even if I like, it may not even be there, like I would create something out of nothing, if that makes sense.
Toxic? Do you
I
think
think
vetting is toxic?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, like, let's say there really isn't anything that, that's bad that you were like looking for. I do feel like a part of me was like picking fights or looking for a reason to fight, that was like unnecessary. And I think that's toxic. And I think like when the fight, let's say there's a fight going on, right? To me, a toxic trait was, you know what? I'm gonna wait until you kiss my ass, or I won't talk to you for 3 days to prove a lesson. And it's like, what lesson? Because for those 3 days, I'm also suffering. And then, and it just turns into like this battle war where it's like, well, I'm gonna say things that are mean to make you hurt. Oh yeah? Well, I read that and I'm gonna say something even meaner. Or you ignore me for 6 hours, I'll take 7 hours. Like, it just becomes this game, and it was like, what the hell is this? And I think, that was toxic. So
Did
yes.
you do it for attention?
I mean, yeah, I think it tied into that because it was like maybe I wasn't feeling appreciated or loved, or like it wasn't all about me type of thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it about me, because I know that if I act like, I know, God, I'm such a
I feel like I'm watching my movie right now.
Really?
Like just listening to you, I'm like,
I've done what?
That was your life?
Yeah, and I
100%.
feel like I know I had even like broken up with people because it was just like I felt like that this was my big dramatic gesture, and I'm like, I know you don't want to break up, so I know you're gonna tell me everything I want to hear, or kiss my ass, or show up to my house, like And looking back, I'm just like, wow, how toxic. So yeah, Diana's like, wait, are you reading my journal?
I know. I'm like, are you reading my notes right
She's
now?
like, I never knew this.
It's just the fact that you had to be in that position where like, okay, I'm gonna be above you, or just even being there is toxic.
And it's also very mean. Like,
well, it's mean.
Yeah.
But you should just, if you're in a relationship like that, what's the point? It's just.
Yeah, I mean, shortly after that, I became single, and then I dated again.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that was like part of like the real like reason why. Well, we're not saying names, but my boyfriend now. If you know me, you know who my boyfriend is or whatever. But that was like part of like a big reason why we broke up the first time. Like so yeah.
You really fine now.
But Diana, I mean, you acted like you knew all about this story, so tell us about
It's
I
your
know.
life, apparently.
It's not that I know. I didn't even know that about, you. But I was the same way, and I still feel like I am kind of the same way. But I feel like it was the situation I was in
Yeah.
that made me feel like that. Because there's always what ifs. Like, I think, what if I had the opposite relationship that I was in? Like, how would I still act the same? Because I'm more of a reactional type of person. So like if you, or like, oh my God, how do I explain it? Like if you scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch your back, but like in a mean way. So like, oh, you're not giving me attention? Fuck you, I'm not gonna give you attention. The fuck?
Yeah.
You're gonna take 6 hours to reply to me? I'll take 7.
Similar to what she said.
Yeah, so like, that's how I was like, I'm reading my fucking book right now because I was the same way. I don't know how I'm gonna be in my next one, but definitely in my past relationships I have been like that. And it was more for attention because I never felt like I got enough.
Yeah.
So,
You guys, I don't think I'm toxic.
I mean,
Because, you know,
That's what you're normal.
the fact that you say, if they took 6 hours, I'll take 7, I'm thinking, if anything, when that's happened to me, I try to, like, well, I'm going to respond right away to make, like, you know, I will feel better in the end, knowing that I gave it my all and I tried, than feeling bad afterwards, like, oh, did I contribute to this? So,
Girl, I won't even let them wait 6 hours to text me that. That would.
what would you do? Just
What do you mean?
Just not reply?
I won't
Blow up their phone.
show up?
Yeah.
I
Or
don't think-
like.
I've never like shown up to somebody's workplace, house, where they said they were supposed to be or whatever. I've never done that. I don't think I
pride too,
It
right?
is my pride.
Emily.
I'm like, Emily, okay, for those who are listening, Emily's fucking trying to hide herself because
I've shown up at homes, at family homes, at workplaces. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, well, at the bar,
Yeah.
at the place he told me he was gonna be.
Have you hit up
I'm
his
not
friends to
proud.
ask him if they're with him so you know where he's at?
That's happened in previous relationships. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking like, is this a past thing or is this still a pattern that you see with yourself?
I'm gonna be honest. Now that I'm recapping, it's a pattern.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because at that point,
You get
you know you're carrying toxic traits, but you're also
Who hurt you,
only
girl?
going towards toxic men. Like when I'm gonna tell you right now, it's so cliche, but it's like when you find the right guy, you're not going to feel like the need to be that crazy girl
Yeah.
or
No, exactly.
to constantly worry. And like Daisy said, I do believe that there are people that have baggage, male or female, and you. To be honest, you have baggage because you've been hurt before. Not by one, but maybe multiple people, whether it's friends or a significant other. And let's say you might even find the perfect guy, to be honest, right? But you may self-sabotage because you're so used to getting mistreated and you don't know your worth that you're gonna think, oh my God, this guy's perfect, but it's too good to be true. You're gonna ruin it before you even know or get to see what, you know, it had, the whole outside of it, like the whole greatness that can come from it. You're not even letting that be a possibility.
and
I
that
just,
happened.
I just want to say I'm so happy that Vanessa's giving this lecture to someone else because I've damn heard this lecture from Vanessa like a million times.
So that comes, you know, to my next question. Do you think toxic behavior attracts toxic, you know, relationships?
I definitely agree. I think someone, and this is me kind of talking bad about myself, but I think someone that is healthy, someone that, you know, is super content and probably has had great relationships in the past,
It's boring.
yes, but they're not gonna go for someone with, like you said, baggage. I think
Unless you didn't know.
unless it will, but
Until you
yeah,
got in.
but then they'll probably cut it off real quick.
Because that's happened to me.
Something about being toxic and like a toxic trait that I think most toxic people have, they don't know how to cut it off. They don't,
and that's why
they don't know
usually
when to walk
gravitate
away.
towards
Right.
each other because they both have those traits. I mean, it makes sense.
And it becomes, like you said, a pattern. It becomes comfort. It becomes what you're used to.
Mhm.
And that's my last relationship, which, so, you know, I'm glad, you know, it's done with, but my last relationship was like that. And I was so into the pattern. I was so blinded. I didn't know I was quote unquote toxic until I'm like, now, like, oh shit, I was bad.
Yeah.
He was bad. That was bad.
What makes you reflect on that and think that it was bad? Is it people telling you like, hey, that's not right? Or is it you actually like growing and, you know, taking time like apart from that and actually distancing yourself and having your alone time or maybe dating someone new? Like, did you end up knowing that on your own terms, or did you have to hear it over and over where it finally sunk in?
It's a bit of everything. You guys are the first ones to, know it's kind of like a broken record.
Yeah.
Someone won't listen until they're ready to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And me had to do with growing, reflecting, also dating, realizing like, yo, I'm not ready because I'm acting the way I was acting in the past, which that didn't get me anywhere. Just kind of realizing on your own, being alone, thinking about like, whoa, I allowed someone to treat me this way, and wow, I allowed myself to stoop that low.
Yeah, to act that way.
So you guys are, speaking kind of vague, like, oh, I did this, or I was acting, toxic and all that, but what really do you classify as toxic behavior or traits? Like, what were you doing, or were they doing?
So something, I think a toxic trait, that, girl, it's because I can't say too much without giving too much away. Okay, you go first, Diana. Let me ponder.
She said Diana's toxic. Let's talk about Diana. Damn, I mean, I feel like that was like a really like big question. Like you said it and I was like, oh my god, how the fuck am I supposed to answer that? Because I don't know how to answer it. For me, it's more like, we said pride. I think it's a lot of my pride and trying to prove a point. Trying to always be right when I don't always have to be right. Mm-hmm. Trying to say like, it's my way or it's no way at all. Like, I'm not gonna even think to understand your side because I'm very hard-headed and I think that I'm always right and it's my way or the highway. So I feel like that's toxic. Like, if you're not comprehending each other and trying to reach out and trying to understand each other, I feel like that could be really bad. But I really don't know what else to say.
I could actually, I feel like, I hope there's people that could relate that are listening right now.
Yeah.
Because as I'm listening to you, I think there's different types of toxic.
Yeah, like different
stages.
stages.
Different stages, different types. I think that,
there's
Diana.
some petty ones, and then there's some that are very deep.
I'm for sure very petty.
Yeah, Diana's is more her like prideful, and like I said, she's like the type, oh, you're gonna take 6 hours to reply, bitch, I'm gonna take 12.
Oh,
Me, I'm the type that I'm like, you know what, you're gonna take 6 hours to reply, don't call me no more, you're blocked. I
do that too, though.
Extreme.
Yeah.
I go extreme. Is double texting toxic? Yeah, right?
No.
No.
What if
I try not to because of pride, but bitch.
I feel like you guys definitely both do have a petty side.
Yeah.
Whether it's posting, like subtweeting or like retweeting things that relate to you, and it's like, you know what, I'm not going to talk to you, but you're going to know I'm mad, and it's by what I'm posting.
Sorry.
Right?
Ahead. Yeah.
No, but right?
Yeah.
Or piggyback off of that.
I was gonna say, I am the first one to block you for sure if I don't get what I want. Mm-hmm. If you're not giving me attention, you're not talking to me, you're not making that effort, I'm gonna block you. And I'm so sorry. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block your number. I'm gonna block you on social media. I'm not gonna let you get in. I'm gonna block your fucking email. I'm not gonna let you have any outlet to fucking talk to me because I don't want you to, but because I was hurt. But then at the same time, I kind of want you to reach out to me.
Right.
And find out
that's what I
right
was
away.
gonna say.
how are they gonna reach out to you?
I
Girl,
mean,
there's
ways.
There's ways, Daisy.
Oh my god, I feel
And
like
honestly,
I gotta, okay, like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, so fuck you.
Hey, hang on. You know what? 17-year-old Vanessa's coming back.
Yeah.
All right.
She's
If
like,
I blocked you on everything and you didn't email me or you're not calling me restricted, you ain't the one.
Yes.
The block numbers, that's my toxic trait. One that I'm not proud of, but I'm the first to admit it.
Girl.
I like it.
I do too.
You
And I
have
think-
us calling. You buy the fake numbers.
Okay. Girl, text free. If he blocked you, there's ways. Star 67, you get through.
Yeah.
Borrow a friend's phone. Get the fake number. It's free.
Fed
Make up Insta.
Wait,
Make
how
up
to,
Insta.
how
It's
to Fed
free.
101
I've
part
never
2?
made a
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna say I've never made a Finsta, but
We'll save that for
I've
the next
never made a
podcast.
Finsta.
And
I've
I
never been
think
that low.
like another part of like you guys being toxic would be blocking them off of like emotion because you're pissed, right? You want them to know you're pissed, and they're gonna know they're blocked or you unfollowed them, whatever. And you guys get some kind of like guilty pleasure knowing that they got a hold of you somehow. Like, oh, it came through. I guess I'll read right. Diana and Emily are making eye contact.
Let
Like,
me
oh my
tell
God.
you.
It's getting hot in this room right now because Vanessa is exposing the fuck out of me.
I work. I have my work phone with my extension. I get some type of like butterflies when I see.
No, ladies and gentlemen, no, that is toxic.
When I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
so you do want to talk to me? You
Right.
are calling my
You
You
phone.
feel
So-
special.
So that time that you were saying, how do I stop him? He's calling my work phone. You didn't really mean it.
No,
No.
I mean,
because we want that extra attention.
She's scared that she might get fired because it's her work phone, but she's also like, ooh, you gonna get
You
this.
know,
there's limits.
I had a guy show
Say
up
it for the
to
people
my
louder.
work.
Alright, say
That
it louder
was-
for the people.
Yeah, I had an ex show up to my work and try to like disturb me during work hours while my boss was there.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Luck-
that's a fine line though.
That was horrible. But luckily, my boss, she really knows me. She's cool with me. She's like family basically. She helped me out. But if it was anybody else, how embarrassing that would have been.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's something that you could joke around about, but it's scary. Honestly, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm not promoting toxicity.
No.
I'm just
Me and
admitting
Emily,
it.
me and Emily are not telling you guys to
Yeah.
show up to his work, call his work phone,
Just
whatever.
let me know, I got you. No, but
And
I'm
we're not saying that this is gonna happen in the future. We're just talking about the past, okay?
Yeah, this is just.
This is our point where
Yeah.
we're trying to change.
Yeah, don't do it, you guys.
Yeah, I know.
And I
We're telling
think,
you.
I think they can laugh about
Yeah.
it, but
No.
they can also say, like, I'm sure,
Oh yeah.
if from a person who's gone through it too, whether you're toxic or not, there's a lot of downs in being
Yeah.
a toxic
Yeah, 100%.
person
For
where
sure.
you are sad the majority of the time, whether you're telling yourself it's just because I'm not getting what I want, but you're also a part of that, like because you're, instead of making something better or leaving that situation, you continue to go back or feed and throw, what is that saying, throw fire in the, or what is it, like
Throw fuel to the
throw
fire.
field, exactly,
Yeah.
Me and Emma are doing the hard work so you don't have to.
Right.
We're telling you our experiences so like everybody else at least maybe learns, don't be me and Emma.
And I would say, surround yourself with, positive people that, support and
Yeah.
love you and listen to them.
Yeah.
And, I know it's easier said than done, but they're telling you stuff even though you don't want to hear it because they love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually you'll know that.
It's
Get
checking.
you a Vanessa and a
have to go
Daisy and
through
a group of our girlfriends who are gonna make you feel
Join the FOMO Queens.
come and join the phone.
Wait, it's
Join
joining
the light side.
Is checking your significant other's phone toxic? I've done that.
I don't.
So toxic, I wouldn't say it's super toxic, but I mean that's coming from me. But if you ask my mom, she's gonna say yes. Locations, sharing locations, checking phones, that falls under not
I
trusting.
think it's
Not
like-
trusting leads to toxicity, toxic relationships. So I'm gonna say yeah.
I've just heard so many, I've watched so many crime movies or shows and stuff about, people who fully trusted who they were married to or something. And then, by some weird, luck, they found out that they had a whole other family or something. And it's like,
I think
you
it's-
could trust someone 100% and still be, tricked.
I just
Yeah.
think it's intention. I think it's like Emma said, sharing locations. I think it's the intention behind it. Like, is it, for example, me, a woman, like I deal with these different situations where I fear for my life from random men. No matter where I go, if I'm alone, there's a possibility of me being snatched up, taken, sex trafficked, whatever.
Yeah.
There's that possibility. that could be a good intention, saying like, I just want you to know my whereabouts. If you see something off, ask me.
Right.
You know, just to check up on me. But if it's the intentions of like, I want to know exactly where you're at all the time if you leave your house, I got that notification that you left,
Yeah.
that's bad.
I do.
And if it's one of those things where you're constantly checking his location, you know, or her location, hour after hour, or it's like, hey, you said you were gonna be here and you're not there, or why does it say not found? Your location should be on right now, like stuff like that.
That's bad.
Yes, you know, those can be toxic traits, but you again, you get obsessed with, you know, this idea of like that they're doing something wrong, like, you know, and it does tie into trust issues that, you know, gave you that toxic trait. Like it is.
I've
but
never had a significant other's location.
No.
No. I have his now for some reason because he doesn't know how to turn it off. But I was like, I'm not dating you anymore, dude.
So you
Yeah.
had it when you guys weren't dating?
I never had it. Somehow he shared it with me for some reason after. It's like, I don't need this anymore.
He wants you to
He
know what
wants
he's
you to
doing.
know what he's doing.
I know, he's
100%.
toxic.
He's toxic.
We've gone through
I was
this.
gonna
He's
say, girl, I've
toxic.
done that.
Okay, so what is the fine line between, you know, like being toxic or just looking out for your own, you know, safety, good, or
Like I said, I think it's intention. I think it's how you go into it. Because obviously it can go both ways. It could be you're going into it with an innocent mindset and just being like, I just want you to know I'm okay. And then it can turn into like becoming obsessive and like just checking all the time. But if you go in fucking like obsessive and just checking people's locations all the time, or like trying to check their phones all the time, because checking phones is a whole different thing. Like that goes into trust issues, and that goes into maybe your partner is giving you a reason to want to check their phone. Because what if they're being super suspect? Like, oh my god, I don't even want to talk about this.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna get
come on, come on.
fucking heated.
The people want to know.
So for the people who want to know, I absolutely hate that. Like, if I want to just touch your phone and you automatically just snatch it up,
sus.
I'm thinking like, oh, you got something on your phone you don't want me to
Right.
check? Now I want to check.
There's
You got a Bumble account?
there's a okay.
Or like,
I get that though.
I saw my ex's phone, sorry, an ex, not my ex, an ex, no timelines, light up. And it had a little, you know, it doesn't say what the notification is, it's just a notification, but the little app shows. Guess what the app was?
Tinder or Hinge.
Bitch, yeah.
Tinder? And you know Tinder's all about the hookup.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I was
that's the
like,
worst
I have a
thing
reason to go on this phone
Right.
now. But actually, if you think about it, I didn't have a reason. I could have been like, you have a Tinder, bye.
right.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why? What does it matter what it is?
But you
Tinder in
need
general.
answers as well too. Especially if you
Yeah.
think the relationship's going well, and if you were to come across that, I'm gonna be pissed. And I
Yeah.
feel like anyone would be. Yes, I guess, you know, the easiest thing to do would be like, you know what, I'm never talking to you again. But in reality, even if it was a guy, they would be pressing
Yeah.
That'll
us. Like,
happen.
okay,
yeah.
I just thought of
This
something.
ain't no Hallmark movie.
I just thought of something. I don't know why I want to be toxic so bad. So
She has FOMO. She has FOMO.
that's what FOMO means, you guys,
Yes.
with us. Okay, so I did have a friend of a friend that I knew an ex would have no connection with on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter to tell me what he was posting because he blocked me. But I think that's toxic. Why would you block your girlfriend? So I had a friend of a friend follow him, and just, you know, every so often she sent me what he would be posting. So I don't know, is that
Ooh, yeah,
toxic?
that is
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
toxic that I
con-
did it, but I think it was justified because why
a degree,
are
because-
you blocking me?
Right.
I
Yeah,
thought that
that's
was
like
normal.
crazy.
I thought that was normal.
Bitch.
I'm telling you guys, my toxic level is
Bad.
it's not even okay.
And we're working on it.
No, it's gotten a lot better.
It's gotten a lot better.
So you guys
Yeah.
were talking about like dating apps,
Mhm.
you know, finding your boyfriends on dating apps. Girl, I wish I you know, did not forgive my ex after seeing him on dating apps. One time, my friend actually found him on a dating app, right?
Sorry, Vanessa just like sat her ass down on my fucking thigh right
You know
now.
what? We're drinking mimosas, and they might start
Yeah.
kicking in.
So So one time my friend found my ex on this was it I think it was Tinder too.
Yeah.
So, you know, of course I did the whole leave me alone, it's over type of thing. I forgave him, he came back. Girl, I made a fake Tinder account
So you could
to
find
see
him.
it, to keep checking to see if I would find him.
If he was still on there.
I was a cute ass skinny girl. I think my name was Vanessa on there.
You still.
It's because I love Vanessa. Because I love Vanessa. No, girl. And guess what?
You found him.
I found him.
Bitch.
Yes. Yep. So
Wow.
I
That's-
never went to that extent.
that's what Daisy was saying. Like, what's the fine line? It's like when you are in a toxic relationship, that shit turns. That just becomes traumatizing.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry for my next boyfriend. I am so
Oh.
sorry.
Bitch,
But-
me too, bitch. Where you at,
I'm,
bitch?
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for my next boyfriend.
You
because
can break
it's
the
not,
cycle.
No, we can.
Yeah.
We
But it's
can't.
hard.
It's hard work.
It's hard for sure. And talking about that, I was literally talking to the girls the other day about how I'm very observant.
You're so
If you
observant.
send me a screenshot, if you send me a picture, I'm looking into every fucking
Yep.
detail in the world. Nothing is getting past me.
For no reason. Just
And-
let me look at every detail.
I
She
don't
makes me
Hella
feel-
knows when we edit our shit.
Yeah, I
She
do
makes me
though.
feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you I was,
So,
I was
yeah.
at my mom's house.
I'm very observant. I will zoom into anything, find what I want to find, and maybe I'll create a fight out of it. I don't know.
Maybe. It depends what mood I'm in.
You'll see what end of that spectrum you're on. But I was telling them about a story about one of my exes sent me a screenshot of his screen. I don't remember exactly. I think I was so caught up in what I found that I didn't even remember what he sent me. But you know how if you have an iPhone, you get to see what your previous app you were on? So like let's say that I'm texting the girls and something on my Instagram popped up. If I press on the notification and it takes me to Instagram, I still see that I was on my messages in the top left corner.
You called me when I did something like that too.
Yeah, bitch. I'm observant. And I don't know what happened in my brain to make me do that, but that's just how I am now. And so he sent me a screenshot and I zoomed in and I saw that he was on Bumble in the corner and I was so happy for myself.
And this was your boyfriend. Like you were in a relationship
Yes.
with him.
Yes, girl. And what did I do? I called him out. I asked him, what the fuck is this? Why were you on Bumble? What's up? You know, we're together. It's not like it was a secret or like, or maybe it might have been a secret. I don't know. Bitch.
Yeah.
But
I know his family. That's it.
yeah.
His family had no idea.
That could be a different topic.
Yeah, let's not trigger Diana.
Yeah, I'm already triggered enough. But I was like, okay, like we've been in a relationship, so what's up? He was like, well, I just wanted to know, like, what it was. I got fucking
That's
triggered.
the biggest fucking
I think I
lie.
blocked his number or something, and then I unblocked it like 30 minutes later.
You're like, I want to see if he texts me.
All right.
Yeah. He hasn't called me blocked yet.
And why I didn't drop him the second that I found out, I just allowed him to explain air quotations, explain himself to me, and I got over it. But any normal person would just be like, ew, you have a fucking Bumble? Like,
Or like if it's like a constant like fight where it's like
a fear.
like you know it was like
It carries
yay, this
on.
is my way out. I needed something big to break up with you. I can finally use this. But no, there goes little Diana.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I did that too, and I think that is definitely a toxic trait where you don't. I think that is my most toxic trait, and you had the same one apparently because we went through the same exact story
Yeah.
where we just don't let go when we should let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it not?
For sure.
Is it like where you're not able to accept like reality and you keep like, are you
No.
hopeful that like he can change or that
I
he'll
think
be
that's-
that one person you
I
fell in love
have
with?
this thing. I don't know, it's because psychology major or what. But whenever I see a person, I'm like, the things they do, they're toxic. Honestly, I start thinking of deep down what is the root of why they are the way they are, and I did that for my ex. I was like, oh, he's the way he is because something to do with his
ADHD,
childhood.
And you
and
want to change that.
I
and,
don't
make
want
it
to
better.
change that. I
Oh.
just knew that, deep down he has this potential, and, I just thought maybe he'd change, or,
Like
he
you were.
grows because I want to be the best person I can possibly be before I die. I want to keep trying to get better.
But again, then to
Some-
what extent? You're
some
not
people
supposed
don't.
to be their mother.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why in the end I was like, you know, I gave you a shot, I tried, but you don't want to grow up. I'm not your mom. Like, I can't teach you how to, you know.
Yeah.
Alexa,
a man.
play Can't Raise a Man.
Have you ever seen Crazy Rich Asians?
Yes.
Oh my god, that one line where the girl says, she says something like, you know, something about like, I thought I could make you a man, but I can't.
Oh, I
I
can't
can't-
make you what you aren't, or
I
something
can't make
like
you
that.
what you are. Something like that. I was like, whoa, okay, I'm breaking up with my ex right now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I feel like that could be a whole different topic as well.
Also, I feel like age plays a big factor. Obviously, you know, Emily and Diana are a few years apart. You know, she's one of the youngest ones in our group.
so toxic.
And yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I want to blame a lot of like my toxic traits were because I was so young, and then like same for Diana.
Yeah.
But then you have Emily.
I'm 23. For those who don't know, Diana's 23.
I'm
so we'll
24.
just,
I'm 24.
No.
we'll just blame all my wrongs on my age, please, and I'll change next year.
Emily is not 24.
Which was my
She is 27.
Yeah.
You know what? But see, I have.
28's your year, girl. 28's
You
your
know what?
year.
At 28, I will be healthy.
You're
But no.
getting there.
You know
No,
what? But
halfway.
a lot, I feel like we have both changed because we have a group of friends that keep us accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Because before, I feel like, at least me, all I had was my boyfriend at the time. I didn't really have friends outside of it, and I feel like that didn't help me keep me accountable in a
Yes.
way.
And it also, I just feel like I knew Dad. I know Diana, but so it's like, I also think,
Sorry.
because although we were really good friends, even like before me or even with just me, I know that it almost feels like you said, you didn't have a good group of friends or a lot of people, supportive people in your life. So that your significant other feels like that's all you have.
Yeah.
And I know Diana's even made remarks like to me where it's like, and I thought it was like just so sad because I'm like, no, girl. But basically,
Vanessa
she
started
told
crying.
me, she was like, I just feel like if I lose, you know, her ex, like that relationship, I lose you and everything that came with meeting him. And I'm like, girl, no. I was like, we're in this till the end, and you know, she's really close to my boyfriend, and she's made friends along the way. You know that yes, we met because she was dating a specific person, but I am always friends with the exes. Like, you know, me too. I'm like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Yeah.
It's not like, because I could easily, you know, not vibe with you. And, you know, after that breakup, it's like, okay, bye. But I mean, I know who I'm going to click with and who's staying in my life. And I had to tell him, like, girl, you're in here for the long run.
Right,
And,
yeah.
you know, I feel like that played a big factor.
But I think it made a difference though that you guys were so accepting of me and like you allowed me to continue to be in your life, because I've had a lot of people that are like, well, you're not with this person, okay, I'm taking their side type of thing. So that was what like I had in the past. But being with like Vanessa and Carlos, like they definitely showed me that I could still be around, and I still am a part of the family now, even though I'm not with that said person anymore.
I think I've seen a lot people who tolerate toxic, maybe not, you know, I know you say you are toxic, but you also tolerated someone who was toxic. I think what I've seen a lot is that people who tolerate toxic relationships, it's because they grew up with some of that, maybe, you know, they grew up thinking that's what love is, or you know, I really believe that you accept the love you think you deserve, and for some reason they thought that's what it was, so that's why people stay in toxic relationships. I don't really know why people are toxic. I'll think about that one a little bit more.
I'm gonna
wish
tell
we
you
had
why. Like, I'm gonna tell you
answers.
why I tolerated. It's because that's the type of person I am. Although I've developed these toxic traits. I'm a very caring person. I'm a sweet person.
100%.
And that's actually kind of what's, you know, kind of a downfall.
Yeah.
So I've tolerated being with someone toxic and being in a toxic relationship because I was convinced I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix you, and I'm gonna fix this. And you've gone through it. You've had a past. Don't worry, I got you. And guess who gets hurt and develops toxic traits down the way? And that's just something that, you know, if people, that's why it is important to have a good support group, and it is important to have people surround you with love and make you feel like, okay, I'm okay, I'm
Yeah.
safe, because
It helps you tone down your crazy a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
why within a month of us being friends with Diana, she dipped.
I mean, I had a choice, but at the same time, it was like, it happened. It just like happened so beautifully. Like
Yeah.
our
Timing.
worlds collided at like the perfect
Yeah.
time.
Right.
and that
Fine.
happened with me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Find a healthy love for yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did that, and so did Diana.
I'm working on it.
And healthy, like family, friends, relationships,
Yeah.
and you probably won't gravitate towards
If
that.
you're healthy, holla at me.
If you're healthy, which that was my question. If you're toxic, you're gonna attract toxic. So be healthy, try, and maybe you'll attract.
And it has to do with a lot of like self-love as well.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you love,
If you
yourself,
love yourself,
you can love somebody else.
But that's what
if-
I'm saying. A healthy love.
yeah.
And communication is key.
And learning how to communicate. Everybody communicates differently.
Yeah.
So I think that's like really important as well.
Yeah. Right. So that was a great talk, you guys.
my
Yeah,
God.
I actually really like this.
Yeah, I feel like we could definitely talk about it more.
Yeah, if you guys want to know, if you guys want some advice, you want to know what to do, if you want to know if your man cheating on you, hit us up, hit my line.
If you think we need therapy, go ahead and leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Tell us your therapist's name.
That's what I was gonna say too. Emily said if you guys need advice, but if you have advice for us crazy
Yeah,
girls,
I know.
let us know.
And then also let us know like what toxic traits you have or you found
Some
yourself
toxic
doing.
traits.
Like what is the most toxic thing you've ever done? You could let us know.
Cause girl,
Yeah,
on
but
Instagram
leave
or
it in
YouTube.
leave it in our reviews so that we have reviews.
On
yeah.
Apple Podcasts, please leave a review and 5 stars.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe.
Go on our Instagram and let us know exactly what you think. Send us a DM. We're gonna answer.
follow
Promise.
us. Follow us.
One of us is gonna answer. You will never be left on scene.
It'll probably be me.
Okay, see, that's another thing. I'll be triggered. Being left on scene.
Oh no, do not.
Okay, sorry.
Ooh,
Left on
We're good.
red.
do not leave me on red.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Wait, to end this, red receipts are toxic in themselves.
Oh, can I add?
So are androids, just so you know.
Yeah.
Toxic vibe.
So let me end it with this. With another toxic thing that I've done. I've purposely put my red receipts on just one person.
That's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying
Oh, yeah.
you're toxic.
Yes,
Okay.
I read your shit 3 minutes ago. I ain't replying yet.
But you better double
And
text
that's
me.
You better text me again.
Period.
Caso cerrado.
Yep. All right. We'll catch you on the next pod. Please like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and let us know what you think.
Be healthy. Bye.
Yes, be healthy.
Yes.
Bye.